it's Marta Medusa, and yeah. Welcome to CobraCat's weekly review. Today we have, CobraCat. I have to do it intense. Yeah, as always, today we have Mr. Mad Cat. How are you doing?
Bubba.
Okay, that sounds good. And we also have Reading Ren. She's been on here a few times. Yes. How are you doing, my lady?
Good. How are you?
I am pretty good. My laptop's dying now. That's awesome. But yeah, today I don't know if I put it in the title or not, but we're gonna be looking at a Cosmo magazine that I found at, I think it was Food Lion, honestly. If anybody knows what that is, it might just be a regional thing, but yeah, so as soon as I find that magazine, we are going to be looking at it because it's got some really spicy stuff in there. Not like sexual stuff. All the sexual stuff is really boring, but the stuff about feminism and patriarchy, that's pretty good. That's some solid journalism, or whatever the fuck it's called right there.
The patriarchy and Cosmo, really?
Yeah. I was kind of surprised. I was like, you just dropped the P-bomb. All right. But yeah. Well, I go and look for that magazine really quick. You guys can steal the show. Oh, and Gorgon is here as well. If you guys.
Oh, there's a snake there. Oh, I for some reason just couldn't.
Right. I understand. Okay, I'll be right back.
Well, there's a comment from the chat. Daddy Octopus asks, "What would happen if I sent Modern Medusa a picture of my dick?" Responds that she would mind. She already blocked you on Facebook for doing it. So I guess you kind of answered your own question on that one.
Yeah, I just blocked him. Yeah, that's the guy that I designed an album cover for, and then he sent me a picture of his dick, and I was like, why did you do this? And then he was like, oh, I'm sorry. And then he messaged Jaylee and was like, hey, me and Vanessa fucked, and she wants to know if you want to have a threesome. And then he told me about it, and I was like, fuck you? Like, I told him to fuck off. And
is it possible that when you like were designing the album cover, what he actually said was an anal bum cover?
He's probably really butthurt right now.
Well, by the comment of "fuck her" then in chat, I'm gonna guess a little.
Yeah, right. He's messaged me on like Instagram, like fuck you, or like first he said he's sorry. Then he said "fuck you," and I guess he just felt like coming on, and I don't know why would he ask that question. Obviously, I mean, whenever I get random dick pics, I'm just like, cool.
I mean, why do you need pictures of a dick when you have the best dick of all?
What'd you say?
Why do you need pictures of a dick when you get the best dick of all?
Exactly. Well, I mean, I can.
I'm not referring to myself. She doesn't get my dick. I'm talking about her boyfriend Andrew. He's a cool guy.
Yes, he is. But I'm just saying, like, I can rate your dicks 1 to 10 if you want me to. But I'm not. I'm just saying, you don't. That's on you. Oh, but yeah, no. Yeah, that guy's just a little. He lives in my town too. It's kind of weird. But anyways. Back to the hunt for the lost magazine. I think it might be out.
Cool.
All right, be right back.
So how are you doing today, Ren?
A lot better now that I have cigarettes. God, I know it's bad to smoke, but I do it anyway.
You know how many things in this world is bad for you that we do it anyways?
True enough. Cigarettes are bad, but yet I do it anyway.
I mean, we get X-rays, and that's basically shooting radiation at you.
Mm-hmm.
And that can cause cancer, so, I mean, the chances of it are extremely nil, but, you know, still.
Oh, you mean an X-ray can't turn you into the Hulk?
No, that was gamma radiation, not X-ray radiation. Gamma radiation comes from the sun. Although technically so does X-ray.
Yeah, technically. Well, wouldn't quit even if someone forced me to anyway. Had one uncle or great uncle technically, who quit, started jogging, and then had a heart attack. It's like, oh, you quit and went healthy. How'd that work?
Well, you know, it's like if someone put a gun to my head and said I had to quit smoking, I'd be like, we both know you're just going to pull the trigger, so.
Yeah, smoke them while I got them. And Medusa left.
Well, yeah, she went. Oh, she left altogether. Huh. Well, she's saying her laptop was dying. Maybe it just ran out of power or something.
Maybe.
Oh, well, it's just the two of us. She'll be back in a few minutes.
As long as she's back for that 10-minute mark.
Why is it going to immediately dump us out?
If she started it, yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, happened to me once on my old on the shitty computer, which was started a hangout and it took longer than 10 minutes to get back in, and it was already off air by the time I got back.
Well, hopefully she comes back. Until then, I'm going to shill my new pre-order book that you can get for $9.99. Although it's more specifically for anyone who does writing or does like D&D campaigns. You could also use it for that. Or video games if you're into that, like you want to design it. But if you just want to help me out, because like I really, really need help, consider pre-ordering my book.
And
It's
she's
due
back.
out in June. Hey, I can stop chilling.
I found it, but my computer died. Oh. Just my luck, bro.
Oh, look, the Igor is in the chat.
First.
He's at work, so sometimes he hops into chats on Hangouts I'm on. It is on occasion. I am the one who has more time. Oh, she found the magazine. So now we can hear all about this patriarchy.
Fuck yeah!
Brand, I guess she prefers X-rated to X-ray.
God, that was an ordeal. All right. Beer.
It's Skittles McStabby Pants. I never know how to really take it.
All right, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
All right.
And see you very well.
Yeah. Okay. So, I saw this magazine. It's got Ariana Grande on the front. And let's see.
That sounds like an order at Taco Bell.
What?
That sounds like an order at Taco Bell.
I like Ariana Grande. Oh my god. I have to do that for a video now. I'm just gonna go there like, can I get an Ariana Grande? Oh, never mind. Oh my god. Okay. Let me just read a couple of the things on the cover. Snake, stop! Okay. Love secrets, juicy confessions, sexy jeans, hot sex moves, flat abs, tight butt, Ariana Grande. Why being strong doesn't make you a diva. 5
So,
things that bring you closer. All right, so
well, I'm looking
obviously,
at these 2 articles, sexy moves and then sexy pants. And it's like, any way we can bind them together, sexy moves getting out of your sexy pants?
possibly, yeah. I think that could be arranged.
Yeah. Though,
Jesus.
pre-warning to any woman, do not follow a lot of those quote-unquote sexy things to do.
Oh my
One
God.
article I read one time said, sexy things to do with a guy at a bar. Flirt with someone else to get him to buy you and your man drinks.
Right? What
Like, that's not gonna turn your man on. That's gonna make him highly annoyed.
Yeah. Ugh. I probably should have put some pasties on underneath this, but oh well. All right. So let's just go to the first one that I
The
highlighted.
snake is
here.
going in your cleavage.
Yes, he is. He is going right through it, actually.
New meaning to aggressive cleavage.
Yes.
Aggressive cleavage. Papa! You can definitely do that, Ren. You can knock someone out.
Yeah, probably could.
Knock me out anytime. Just be sure Igor's there to take a picture.
Bro, did you see that? My snake was going for my pussy.
Oh.
Look, my cat's sleeping right there. His head was like right on his head. Okay. This perfume that they had in here was not bad smelling, though. I will say that.
So, this snake was going for the cat. Was that a cobra cat?
Oh!
Oh!
It's Cobra Cat Inception! Oh, fuck! That is just... That's gonna be on a highlight. I gotta put that in a highlight on a video. Holy shit. That was... Okay. Thank you for saying that. Alright. Fuck! God. Where the... Okay. Here we go. Right, get over here, Snoot. Ugh. Trying to escape.
I'm trying to explore.
Do explore. Okay. Okay.
Skittles tells us that he saw a woman with like 50-pound boobies crush cans with her titties. That was scary.
I've seen women crush watermelons. Fucking all kinds of shit.
Well, the bigger they are, the heavier they are. And not good for your back.
No.
I swear to God, there's some shit in here. I just don't know where it is. I thought I highlighted all this stuff. You know what? I'll start with this one. What's up with sexual fluidity?
Oh.
And just so you know, they got a handy little guide here on the bottom. The strip going across here it says identity glossary. Some people don't want to be defined by sexuality or gender label, while others appreciate the validation of a name. Either way, you should know the most common terms. The Trevor Project, a suicide prevention nonprofit LGBTQ youth, shares these definitions. Keep in mind, though, that each person identifies with these differently. Says Ashby Dodge, but I'm going to say Doge because that's funnier. The group's clinical director. So right here, they describe gay, bisexual, cisgender, genderqueer, queer, and non-binary.
Yeah,
Okay.
I currently have a whole book I have to read for a review all about that shit. And God, it's mind-numbing.
Well, I love how they try to insert gender identity into a discussion on sexual fluidity.
They have no idea what they're talking about. They really don't. You're a snake.
You know, when I first heard the term sexual fluidity, I was thinking like, you mean KY jelly?
I thought they meant bi. I honestly thought it was like another thing, like, okay, so is that like bi or pansexual, or how many different ways can we say likes both genders?
Yeah.
Heteroflexibility,
Yeah.
which is what I am.
Well, see, okay, the ones for like gay, bisexual, cisgender, those are pretty self-explanatory and like, you know, everybody knows what those are. But these last three are like almost the exact same, in my opinion. So the definition of genderqueer, supposedly is a word that describes someone whose gender is not just a man or a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Non-binary is anyone who doesn't identify with the binary system, aka the two opposing sexes, male and female.
Yeah. Well, Cosmo's kind of getting it wrong there. Genderqueer is anyone who wants to use these labels. It can be used for just about everyone. I mean, you go on OkCupid, and almost every, snowflake on there identifies themselves as a genderqueer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another thing that's kind of ambiguous is the word queer. It used to mean for homosexuals. Now it means anyone who's not straight.
Yes.
Well, here under queer, it says a broad term inclusive to anyone who is not straight and or cisgender, now mostly used in a positive way. Now.
Well, while it's true, things like the word gay, for instance, has gone through a bit of, a change over time. It used to just mean happy. That's why it showed up in old-timey Christmas carols.
Yeah.
And then it morphed into meaning men who like men and became a bad thing. And then it morphed it's weird now, but language changes over time.
I don't know about you, but to me, it seems like it's kind of almost like gone through the same thing as the word retarded. Because now, like, people like throw it out and it just means like stupid, and so does gay. Sometimes it's like that's gay, that's stupid, that's. Sometimes people even say it's gay and retarded. It's like it's kind of.
Well, to be fair, the word retarded was a first medical term for mental retardation.
Yeah.
It was just a medical term. It kind of colloquially became meaning as stupid, and now it's quote unquote a bad word you shouldn't say.
I think in some dictionaries it's just there's like one definition that's like it just means slow.
Yeah.
So, or to retard something is to slow it down or whatever. So, sorry, but okay. So, yeah, under what's up with sexual fluidity, it says it seems like more people, a slew of celebs, some of your friends are no longer. Jesus, kitty, watch out! He just like fucking ran through the snake, like no fucks given. Okay, sorry. A slew of celebs, some of your friends are no longer strictly hetero or strictly not. Katie Heaney explores the increase in elastic attraction.
Elastic attraction. That's funny.
Is that an attraction to rubber bands?
I'm wearing a lot of elastic right now, actually.
Well, I'm definitely attracted to your elastic.
Good one. All right. I guess I'll just go through a little bit of this. It starts out with saying Sex has never been simple. But this past year, we were flooded with examples of just how nuanced it can be. I bet they were. I bet they were complaining to Cosmo, like emailing them, like, why don't you include gender queer, non-binary, demisexual helicopters and shit like that. Like, I believe it. A text I received from my friend Chiara framed the shift. It now seems like everyone is gay, or at least a little. That's true. And I mean, it's true that the opening up of like gay people, you know, just like, you know, because like a while ago, people wouldn't even think that gays were a thing unless they like experienced it. So it's like,
I'm going to kind of disagree with you there.
Well, in some situations, not all the time.
Well, what we're seeing now is no different than the 60s love movement, where anyone could sleep with anyone. The only difference is that they didn't have labels for it. They didn't need labels for it. It's like, so labels are just part of the system, man. But what we're seeing now is people wanting to be special, that they're just trying to make up any terms they can to indicate that they're not vanilla. Although the interesting thing about vanilla is it used to be an exotic spice.
Still is, kind of, because there's some of the most expensive things out there is, you know, different strands of vanilla beans. But I gotta say, though, for the sexual revolution, at least they maybe seem more authentic about it. Because if you think about it, they showed how they were different in actions, not in labels. Not just in the, I have this label, therefore I'm special.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that as well. I mean, having been in the BDSM community, I did know someone who was gender fluid. And, I mean, she was like a 19-year-old girl. And she would be like, well, I could switch easily from a man or a woman. Just depends on how I feel. And for the most part, she was a girl.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if anything, she's like a tomboy, but I was never convinced that she was one gender or the other. She was just always the one gender who just wanted to be special.
Yeah.
Really got off on how everyone came to her as like she knew all of the answers when it came to BDSM. And she knew a lot, but she didn't know everything.
Yeah. Well, it's the need for everyone gets, it's probably the result of everyone gets a trophy, everyone is special, no one is, differences are just not things that make you special generation that's really leading the charge on the I need to be seen as different, and even if I have to come up with a ridiculous label in order to achieve that, I'll do that.
Yeah, my gender is Superman.
So this is 23% of women ages 18 to 24 are not attracted strictly to just one sex. Can you close the door?
Well, actually, I disagree with that as well. That's numbers way too high.
Yeah.
It says National Center for Health Statistics was the source.
Well, I'd have to look that up.
And that's probably off just a survey. I mean, because if you think about it, yes, women to an extent. Oh, goddamn dog.
Although it did say women 18 to 24, and that's narrow enough that you could probably see a rise in bisexuality. So, okay, maybe it's possible, but that's such a narrow gap. I mean, if we're talking about women 20 to 40, then it would probably decrease to about 10 to 15%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And here it says, this is not to say that inside every woman is a lesbian in waiting, but simply that female sexuality is complicated. Taylor, a nanny and writer, says that when she first found herself attracted to women, she was surprised. and skeptical. Being gay never even crossed my mind, so I thought it was a bit absurd. So this is basically just focusing on females, not men at all. So.
Well, you know, sooner or later, some feminist is going to call misogyny for saying that female sexuality is complex because it's indicating that it's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for that one to happen.
All right.
I'm gonna read the last paragraph here. It says, "The more we talk about our own sexual fluidity, the more common and relatable it becomes. This is especially crucial now that women's and LGBTQ rights, or LGBTQ plus rights, excuse me, may be in jeopardy under a new political administration. As Sellers 26, a corporate administrator, says, I came to terms with my sexuality by seeing people who were open about the complexities of their own." I didn't do that personally.
Sexuality as a whole is complex. It's not, just easy. But I love how they only mention, well, women's sexuality is complex, indicating that men's is very simplistic.
It's not. You could have guys who are bi. You could have guys who just like women, or guys who just like men. Hell, even amongst those groups, everyone has a type.
Yeah, you could have a straight guy that wants his woman to dress up as Little Bo Peep.
Yeah, or fuck him in the asshole and poke his dick with a stiletto and shit. You never know.
Yeah.
Or stick her entire foot up.
Or you could have a straight guy who just wants his woman to peg him.
Yeah.
You never know what someone's into just off of who they like to be with.
Yeah.
I want to...
there was this transgender woman on Amy Schumer's show, the Inside Amy Schumer, where she said, or she was talking to this transgender woman, and she said, she was like, "So you have a boyfriend?" And she was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "And he considers himself straight," and she was like, "Yeah," and she said, "But you still have like all the equipment down there, basically." And she said, "Yeah, he, well, not like outright, but like basically he fucks her in the butthole, and she still has a dick, but he considers himself straight." But I thought, actually, it's interesting that Amy Schumer didn't get criticized for like asking like that her that outright. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised.
Well, because go ahead.
Well, she's a woman.
Well, I want to respond to something that was said in the chat here by Black Knight Fool, saying that he doesn't think that sexuality is really that complex, and it doesn't correspond in nature to be very complex. True. There's a lot of bisexuality within nature. I see dogs humping other dogs. I know that's for dominance, but dolphins will hump each other. A lot of male animals, a lot of female animals will hump the same gender to have sex with the same gender. So to say that, well, no, it's only for breeding, I know that's not what you said, but I think you're kind of suggesting that's what it was for. There's, even within the animal kingdom, sex is still a very complex issue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, and not to mention attraction in and of itself is very complex. Think of all the people who are attracted to inanimate objects for no reason logically, but their brain's hardwired that way.
Yeah. And you got to consider also that human beings, we're a product of our evolution. Our emotions themselves is technically not what we were designed to do, but really a byproduct of the evolutionary process. You mix that with sex, it's going to be a lot more complicated, because we don't just have sex to breed. The only purpose for sex was to breed. I'd agree with you. It's pretty simplistic, but it's not. Things. and your body changes a lot when you have sex on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, before Ren had sex, she was a man.
Hey. No, I wasn't.
Now she's a beautiful woman, so I mean, sex changes you.
Okay, so I found an article all about sex education, even though it's like basic shit that everybody knows. I found
You mean I'm
an
supposed to
article
put a
about
finger in her ass?
consent. What?
I said, so, well, you're talking about sex education. I'm like, so I'm supposed to put my finger in her ass?
Only if she consents.
Yes.
Jillian didn't
Consent
consent.
is important.
Or ask for consent. I still can't find the fucking article that had patriarchy in it. I'm so confused.
That's cute.
Okay, what the fuck was it called? Let's see. God, I hate this magazine so much. It was
And why did you
$4.99
buy
for
it?
this. Because I wanted to laugh. I just love laughing.
I probably shouldn't judge. I bought Ashley Mardell's book for a segment on my channel,
Oh,
and I probably shouldn't have given her $10 for that book, but I did.
Hey, you know, there's nothing wrong with giving writer money for their work. Speaking of which, people should give me money for my books. I'm just saying. Like how I segued that?
Yes, it was a very smooth segue.
Thank you.
I found it. All right. It's called Be a Real Man Today.
What does Cosmo know about being a man? Also,
What is it about by a man? So you
Well-
know it's legit.
you know it probably wasn't. A lot of articles in women's magazines that are quote unquote written by men are actually written by a woman, and they use a male pseudonym.
I could believe that.
Me too.
There's a show called Just Shoot Me, and there was like an advice column that was supposedly written by a woman, was actually written by a man.
Yeah, but then
Meg-
the funny times. That's funny times because that's when you actually get good advice.
This is really funny, Mad Cat. It says, money and muscles aren't enough anymore. Yeah, they are. To some women, they are.
That's why I'm still single. I have neither.
Okay, so under the... Oh, okay. Sorry, the entire title is What It Means to Be a Real Man Today. It says it really fucking small up there. And then it says, shifting gender roles and mixed cultural messages have left many guys confused about their place in society and where they fit in your life. Oh my god. It has a little picture of the author down here. It says, "The Future of Men" author explores the evaporation of sex stereotypes. That'd be interesting to read. Snake, where are you going? You cannot escape. Okay. This entire thing is pretty gold, so I'm just going to read it to you. When I tell guys I've written a book about the future of men, lots of them say, wait, you mean we have a future? Their responses are meant as a joke, but they offer insight to how marginalized many guys in their 20s and 30s feel these days.
That's true. I agree so far.
That's actually a pretty good statement.
And he says, I know that seems surprising, maybe even offensive, given the current climate, but hear me out. Even though a woman has yet to shatter that highest and hardest glass ceiling, Research shows that males are losing ground to females in arenas outside the Oval Office. Check out these stats. In most urban areas of the U.S., single childless females under 30 are out-earning young men by almost 10%, a figure that has nearly doubled in some large cities. Plus,
Wait a
women
minute.
are now...
Wait a minute. Is he saying that the wage gap is over?
I guess so. Apparently, women are all fucking... Wait. Childless females under 30 are out-earning young men by almost 10%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That confirms a lot of
Does it-
other studies that have been done on that. That's actually true.
Okay.
But for Cosmo
And
to admit that, that means that there's no wage gap.
Right. Nobody's broken the glass ceiling, but they're earning more than men.
Yeah, there's a lovely video with a button that can explain the wage gap in 2 seconds.
Oh, by the way, let me say something really quick. If you want to purchase things like this for me to wear on a live stream, you can go to my Twitter or just like message me or whatever. I don't know if I'm gonna. I think I posted it publicly, or I can just send it to you. My Amazon wish list. It has a lot of cosplay and costumes and shit. Ren has one too.
Yes, I do.
Sexy shit on there.
Someone
So, buy
gives them
sexy
the
shit
outfit
for
from
6
Fifth
women.
Element.
Maybe we'll wear something matching if you do that. Hey.
Yeah, I still have a chainmail bikini on the list that I'm pretty sure someone's eventually going to buy.
Yeah.
Eventually.
All right. But yeah, after that it says, plus women are now the primary or equal earners in close to 50% of the U.S. Households where both spouses work. So, yeah.
So Cosmo has admitted there's no wage gap.
Basically.
This day in history, folks, go out and buy this magazine or steal it and frame it as the day when feminism has admitted there's no wage gap anymore.
Hallelujah. No, maybe you should tell us.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Okay. So it says, so while our society is successfully creating an impressive lean-in generation of young women, what does that mean? What does lean in?
Say that again?
Oh, it's a stupid movement amongst feminists I started where they're telling young women to lean into their careers instead of just passively waiting on the sidelines.
Okay, so we wanted to see the cover. You can go back if you want, but yeah, it's Ariana Grande. I know we're doing a Hyundai.
Ariana Grande always struck me as kind of annoying.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I bang her, but I don't know if I'd like hang out with her for a while.
I would bang her so long as she was wearing a ball gag. I don't want her talking.
Yeah, good idea. All right, so...
And I know what people will say, well, if she's wearing a ball gag, how is she supposed to suck your dick? And I'm like, take that sacrifice.
You know they make ball gags that have holes in the middle.
Yeah.
Ah, that's good.
Okay. So, yeah, a lean-in generation of young women. We're simultaneously breeding a lean-out generation of young men. These guys are increasingly confused about their place in this rapidly changing gender paradigm. It's safe to say that a guy in your life, whether it's your brother, your best friend, or your boyfriend, is struggling with what it means to be a real man today. Yeah, obviously, because it's confusing as fuck what women want now.
Yeah. No, I agree with that 100%. It is confusing, and like you're saying, Vanessa, I mean, it's hard to know what women want.
Yeah.
One minute they want men with muscles and a big, lots of money. And the next minute they want a man with a vagina and tits.
Or both.
No
at the same
kidding.
time.
I'll be right back.
All right.
All right. So it says, consider that most guys grow up hearing things such as man up when we dare to show vulnerability. Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, most women, they say they want the sensitive guy, but the second they get the sensitive guy, they don't want him, which makes no sense.
Yeah, basically. And it says, let's see. Embedded in that tiny phrase is a big message. Repress your emotions, take charge, dominate financially, and whatever you do, never let anyone see you cry.
Yeah. Again,
That's very true.
how did this guy?
being,
How did this guy slip this article past Cosmo?
right? He's being way too
Realistic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
like
men can't show emotion. That's true.
Mhm.
Men,
But-
there's no wage gap. That's true.
but it's all because of patriarchy.
Yes, it's all
In the
patriarchy's
end.
fault.
And thankfully, this hypermasculine mindset passed down for generations is being challenged. Yeah, a little bit. Just as the patriarchy has been a disservice to women, it's also no longer serving the best interests of men. In fact, it's actually threatening their future by propagandizing them into believing that the angry men's movement, which some call toxic masculinity, offers a path to success and happiness. It doesn't.
No, one, there is no such thing as the angry men's movement, but secondly, the men's movement doesn't offer success to men. It only offers happy with yourself by not putting the needs of women before your own needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, we should be called the happy men's movement.
Right?
Well, I think they're for Angry Man's movement. They're confusing MGTOW with the MRN, which are
Yeah.
two different things.
Indeed, so.
And I want to say that this is one paragraph. It went from 0 to 100 real quick because he started out saying men get told man up, you can't express your emotions, don't cry, shit like that, and then he's like, patriarchy. and fucking don't join the men's movement because you think that you're gonna be successful, but you're not. It's like we're not recruiting people like ISIS. It's a way for people. It's a way for men to express their concerns and their just their feelings about how they're being treated in society.
Yeah.
Like, what's so wrong with that? That's what feminists do.
I have a question. If patriarchy is no longer benefiting men, patriarchy benefiting them?
Yeah. It's up there with the patriarchy pays women or pays men more. It's like, where's the patriarchy checks then? There's a bunch of guys waiting for their checks.
Right. I've contributed a lot to the patriarchy. I want my fair share. Okay. So after that it says, but we can't simply hope guys find their way alone. They deserve a well-lit path into their future for the sake of both sexes. This sounds like Emma Watson.
Yes, it does.
Maybe this is her male persona. Maybe she's gender fluid.
It's quite possible.
Maybe.
Here's where you come in. I'm not sure if they mean women. I'm guessing
Well-
they mean the readers of Cosmo.
This is where you come in? That sounds sexual.
Yeah, that does sound a tad.
Excuse me. Okay. It's important to become vocal advocates of a modern narrative. I like how they use the word narrative. Of a modern narrative that encourages young men to embrace a new definition of masculinity, to be self-confident, collaborative, and secure in sharing their feelings, for starters.
Well, I agree with that. We do need men to start sharing their feelings. But you know who's actually telling men to stop sharing their feelings? Women. So maybe we could teach women to accept men who share their feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Doubt that's going to happen.
Once shown as weak and repellent to women, smart and sensitive types now come closest to actually being the real men with whom women can relate and connect.
Yeah, but
Not all the
most
time.
women don't want a man they can relate to. They want a man that can protect them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
And
few,
women, go ahead.
yeah, very few go for the guy they can fully relate to. That's the guy they friend zone.
Yeah.
And I just want to put it out there, women, I can protect you with my wit and sarcasm.
I thought you were going to say with your dick.
Well, my dick helps too, but you know, they don't let me take that out in public and whack people with it. It's like against the law.
Okay. Oh, one shining TV example. On The Big Bang Theory, cerebral, deep-feeling Leonard scores funny, gorgeous Penny, who's tired of shallow hunks. Didn't he have to, like, beg her, like, forever?
Yeah, I think so. I don't watch the show, so
I don't really watch it either, but I remember a lot of begging. Okay. Make no mistake, there are still men who feel threatened by their diminishing influence and exhibit the bravado of their macho forefathers. But their numbers are dwindling. In my opinion, traditional male power is experiencing its last hurrah in the election of Donald Trump.
why does everything come back to Trump?
Yeah.
Why?
You know what? Let me say this. Those macho men that you're like criticizing is the reason why you're alive today. Whoever this person is, you're alive today because some macho guy from way back yonder worked his ass off to take care of his family.
Yeah.
Now, while I don't want our society to go back to that, I'm appreciative of what men did for us 5,000 years. And I'm not just talking about those up top. I'm talking about those who had to go into caves and mine for gold and risk death every single time they went in there.
Mm-hmm.
It says it's heartening to know that the growing majority of young men recognize and respect the increasing equality of females.
So he says hardening and what was the other word he said that sounded like a dick getting hard?
Women are now in a position to reciprocate that understanding by rejecting aggressive behavior and instead encouraging men to be active parents, to ask for help, and even for directions, and to be strong communicators. Only then can we all advance together harmoniously.
Asking theory for direction to the store is not an example of men asking directions from women.
Yeah. Plus, asking for directions, that's what things like Google Maps is for.
True. Okay, so I'll go to the Ariana Grande fucking article. Let's see. Says, oh yeah. Do you think sexual wait, maybe I should start with this. Okay. Okay, so she's talking about her Dangerous Woman tour. Snack. Snack, what
Is
to
that
do?
anything like the Dangerous Faggot tour?
Oh my god, that's funny. I didn't even think about that. And she says, or the person interviewing her asks about the video or whatever, her music video. She said, it's also pretty sexual. You're wearing lingerie in the Dangerous Woman video. And she says, I've taken baby steps in expressing my sexuality in my imagery. I'm all the way there now, but I'm almost 23, you know. I'm still figuring everything out, but it's tight to be at a point where I'm having fun with it, and I don't think that makes me any less of a role model. I think it makes me honest. That's true.
Yeah, but also take into account she was a Disney star, and most girls who were most women who were Disney stars as girls all kind of have this tendency of going sexual.
Yeah.
Because they want to shed that I'm a Disney pop star that came out of the factory image.
Well, what's her face that was best known for being drunk all the time? Can't think of her name, but she was like an angry Disney girl. That when she grew up, she was just always in the news for drinking too much.
There's a lot of them that have that storyline, sadly. Sorry, Ariana Grande was Nickelodeon, but Nickelodeon and Disney might as well have used the same factory.
Can't live without them. Okay. So the interviewer asks, do you think sexual confidence is crucial to being successful in your career? And she said, there's scrutiny that comes with it, but I'm proud of myself for embracing it in my art and for keeping that cute shot of my booty in the Dangerous Woman video. There was a moment when we were editing when my director, Nev, was like, you're going to be sad one day if we don't keep this in. I was like, Nev, when I am 95, that is going to be framed over my fireplace. That'd be kind of cool, actually. I'm not defined by it. I'm still a giving, loving person that's not lessened by the fact that I showed my booty in a music video. I am a good person and I have a cute booty. and it's a horrible situation. Okay, so this is where it goes bad. Like everything up till now, I kind of respect her for it, but now she says, it's a horrible situation that we're dealing with right now as women. I feel bad for girls who go to school with a short skirt and are told that they're asking for it just because they like to show their legs.
Does she know what I was in high school when the Micro Mini came out, and that's not a skirt, it's underwear.
Okay, she's conflating two issues here. One, she's talking about the dress code, and then she's talking about, women want to be raped because they wear, provocative clothing that show off their body.
Mm-hmm.
Well, while I disagree with the second one, although they do want to have sex, that's why they wear that stuff, but they don't want to be raped. Girls going to school are not trying to get sex at school. I don't know, but I mean, they're being like, oh, well, you wanted to be provocative and show off your leg. That's, oh my God, that's she's criticizing that girls want to go to school and then is criticizing that they want the attention.
Yeah.
That's sexist.
And
Well-
that's why they wear the clothes.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you look at, what was big in like the early 2000s, the jeans that were cut so low, you might as well have been showing off vag, by
More.
wearing, yeah, or even more, worn with the crop tops that showed off the belly button ring.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't wear that because you I just want to show off my abs. It was, no, you were wearing that for a whole other reason.
Yeah, you were a slut. And mind you, I don't think being a slut is a bad thing, but just own up to what you are.
Yeah.
I'm posting my wish list in the chat if anybody wants to look at it. All right, so I'm gonna just read one thing from the hottest foreplay tricks, and you'll just get an idea of how shitty they all are. Flutter your eyelashes over his entire body, paying special attention to surprising erogenous zones like the back of his knees.
What?
I'm sorry, but if a woman started fluttering her eyelids at the back of my knee, my response would be, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Just like let me flutter my. Does it feel good? Yeah.
I mean, that's equivalent to me like waving my dick at them, like saying, "I'm just using my dick to throw air at your body."
Oh my god. Oh yeah, so those are all just cringy. Mostly. Either they're cringy or they're stuff that like is just obvious, like that you should do, like
I'll read more.
what?
Read more of those suggestions.
They're all really bad.
Well, part of the enjoyment of this channel is seeing you in provocative wear and you being tortured.
Yes.
Oh my god. Alternate sucking his nipples for a minute, then gently blow on them. The hot and cold sensations will excite.
Very few guys will ever like that. That is a
You know what? How about you don't alternate between my nipples? Just focus on one and just suck that for a while.
Oh my god. Wait. While standing naked with your back to his chest, ask him to reach around and touch you. The view for you, so sexy. Who has not had their partner come up behind them and touch them?
I can't think of anyone.
Yeah, really. That's pretty normal. Like, oh my god, I have a fantasy of you coming up behind me and touching my body. Like, that doesn't happen.
I'm not going to come up behind you and touch your body. That's perverted. Said no guy ever.
No kidding.
Clear him for landing. Right as he's about to enter you, trace a finger from your neck down to your belly button, like you're drawing a runway. What is that gonna do? Is that gonna make him harder? Like what?
It isn't that just that aim here?
Or just hear you talk about it.
I mean, draw like a runway. Should I draw it detailed? Like 5 strips of road with little yellow lines down the middle of it, and maybe some bushes and grass.
I'm reminded of
What landing strip do we need?
I'm reminded of the episode of Family Guy where Brian was trying to get that redheaded girl, that atheist girl, to sleep with him, but he wanted to wait or whatever. And that one night she was just sitting there with her legs like wide open on the bed, and she had like literally an airplane runway and a guy like directing him into her vagina.
Yeah.
That's what that reminds me of. So, okay, I'll read some of the food things that they suggested. It's pretty weird. I don't really understand this. Some of them say yuck, and some of them say yum. Or says some less savory suggestions we've made and are updated, tasty alternatives. Oh, okay. So these are also older Cosmopolitan ones that they think are bad now,
Maybe.
I guess. Okay. So it says, yuck. Slip a piece of mango back and forth between your mouths.
I don't see how that's yuck.
I mean, I wouldn't do it, but whatever you're into, brother. But okay, and then it says, yum. Straddle him in a kitchen chair and eye him seductively as you feed him a piece of fruit.
Okay, that's not a horrible suggestion.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think that is
I
a
would
horrible
think it's really
suggestion.
corny, but
I think it's a horrible suggestion because men don't want to eat fruit. Dip that shit in chocolate first or barbecue sauce.
Ooh, chocolate covered strawberries.
oh my god. Someone said, Cosmos read by Medusa is making me feel smarter already. Okay. Yuck. Nibble on chocolate mints and between each bite, trace your tongue around the inside of his lips and over his gums. What?
No, I do not want a girl putting food in my mouth with her tongue right onto the
That's like
gums.
not on the gums. Like what?
Especially mint.
Like a really pervy, creepy. Oh my god.
Next thing they're going to say is cut his hair with your teeth.
Oh my god. Oh Jesus. Okay, this one. Okay, this says yum. Sip sparkling wine, then lightly suck on his lips and neck. The alcohol tingles, then evaporates quickly for a skin tensing effect. I mean, when I drink alcohol, I kiss people and shit anyway. So. Okay, Scotch McGinnis, is Medusa wearing the Princess Leia slave outfit? Have you not been here? Did you just come in? Because, I mean, what? I mean, it's a knockoff, but yes. And if you want to buy me more, cosplay and lingerie and shit, there's my fucking wish list. Bitch.
You know, I'm going to make a correction here because I disagree with you. I think Princess Leia's outfit was a knockoff of yours.
Oh, thanks.
Because you got boobs
I'm the
to fill in
original.
yours. Princess Leia, I mean, she might as well have been flat-chested.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Yuck. Draw a circle around his package with cake icing. Bullseye.
Now, when you say package, are you meaning like with his clothes off? Because men tend not to refer to their penis when they're completely naked. They only do that when their clothes are on.
Yeah, that's true. That's weird. But, I mean, also, like, if the guy's really hairy, I do not want to lick that off. Just say. And this says, yum, slip a candy necklace on your upper thigh for him to bite.
That's disaster written all over it.
That
It would be
And
kind of
ends up
weird.
biting one of your nerves and you scream like, ah, stop it, stop it.
that's what whipped cream and chocolate sauce are for. You just get Hershey's chocolate in a bottle and they lick that off. That's candy without the risk of bites.
Yeah, I don't like, and it would take a long ass time to eat the candy thing anyways. You would just take it off and be like, please just fuck me already, like Jesus.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so those are really gay. This says first class dirty talk.
Oh.
Send him
You mean that wasn't dirty talk?
"I want you" style texts through the day that explain in excruciating detail exactly what you find so hot about his every body part. That sounds kind of gay. But
Only if it's about what you want him to do to you. That's fun.
Yeah.
I've played that game before. But
yeah, or
if
sending
it's-
pictures randomly.
oh yeah, boob shots randomly during the day.
Yeah. Or just like, God, I want your dick. I'm gonna suck your dick later, bitch. Deal with it. All right.
Well, this is how married people text each other when they want to be dirty. Hey, you want to pretend it's your birthday again?
No. When you're married, and especially if you have kids, the ultimate in teasing or sexy is the kids are at grandma's. That is the dirtiest talk you need, because that means no kids in the house.
All right. The next one says, call him on your way over to his place and start listing all the explicit things you want him to do to you once you get there. Okay. That we pretty much talked about
If
that.
you're
It's not
texting
calling him.
while at his place, you basically encourage a woman to text and drive.
Well, she said call him.
Die in a horrible car accident, and the man is just going to be waiting there all night long for a woman never coming.
Never coming. Ah. He's never coming either. Ha ha. Okay. During foreplay, whisper, "I've never been touched like this before, but it feels so good." And what I don't like about this one, is like you can only say that to someone if it's like the first time they're touching you. And second, are you supposed to lie?
Yes,
If it's not,
they are advocating lying. Especially if you're following their tips and a guy's coming up from behind you to fondle you. It's like, no guy is going to believe that's the first time a man's done that.
Right.
The first time I've ever been touched like this, we're shaking hands. How have you never shook hands?
Right, like how can you touch someone differently that is so surprising that you would have to say that? Like, oh my God, every single man that I've been with has always just treated me like shit. Just gotten straight to the dicking. But you're special.
Yeah, the only
Here's how you do it. Here's how you do it. You get one of those foam fingers from sports stadiums and you fuck her with it. I guarantee you no one's like that before.
Yeah, well, the only people who can honestly say that and not be lying are teenagers. Two teenagers,
right?
Yeah, it's completely believable that certain things in foreplay are non-existent. But if you're a grown adult, no one believes it.
Yeah, that's just like petting his dick. Like there's nothing good about that. Okay, telling him out loud the moment you get wet. I don't know about you, but I don't know the moment I get wet. I just kind of gradually. Like, what?
Most women I've spoken to about getting wet is they have to shove their hand down between their legs to figure out if they're getting wet or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've experienced that. I mean, like, I might be like, yeah, I'm wet, or they might even like say it after they notice. I don't really say like a lot of shit. I kind of just like
Scream.
Yeah. Or listen to this. Say his name in between feel-good moans.
That's basic.
Yeah, y'all are some basic bitches. Like, okay, first of all, they're trying to be original with weird stuff, and then they're using old shit that everybody already knows about. It just okay.
Well, what they're doing is they're trying to normalize what women as being something special so that women don't have to do any more work to arouse their man. if they're doing the standard thing and is treated as being something special, then men have to do more work in order to fulfill the experience. Do the normal, but women are to treat it special.
This last one I think is the funniest. It says, it says, after sex, ask him to whisper all his steamiest desires to you.
That's what you do before
After
sex.
Like, okay, I think like you're missing the point. Like, I might like after sex, I might like recap what just happened. Like, oh yeah, I liked it when this happened, or yeah, that was really awesome. But I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I really want to do this and this and this to you. Like, later?
I mean, you're tired, you're not thinking, and you know, you just kind of want to relax a little bit. You don't want to be talking shop talk. What my desire is after I have sex? Hey, baby, how about you go make me a sandwich? That'd be so sexy right now.
Right. I want a sandwich. Fuck you.
Well, go make one then.
I don't think I have sandwich meat.
You got all the meat you'll ever need.
Oh my god.
Yes, my child?
Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention. All of the little poses that they have in here, the sex positions, they're all women and men, and women and women. No men and men, though.
That is funny, though.
But it's also funny because, like, it doesn't suggest any lesbian tips. They're all heterosexual, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But this one's kind of funny. It says, take a tennis ball and roll it with slight pressure between his shoulders and over his butt to help him release pent-up sexual energy.
Over my shoulders, that sounds pretty good. Over my butt, no. I don't want a tennis ball on my rectum.
I don't know why that would be something that would turn you on either. Like that would soothe me a little bit. Like, I bought tennis balls specifically so I can roll on them. Like, I did it in like one of my last streams, but like that's
hell, anal beads would be more relaxing on my rectum than a tennis ball. You put that image out there for everyone. Anal beads in my ass.
Listen to this. Chill marbles in the fridge, then scatter them over the bedsheet. As you get it on, you'll feel the cool spheres press against your hot skin. It's a wicked massage.
That would actually be.
It would be what?
Sharp. It would be. I guess it depends on the person, but it could actually be pretty painful.
Yeah, I feel like I'm
laying in a bed with a lot of bumps in it, and you're being pushed down into it. That's going to hurt you.
Yeah, that would hurt my spine, my ass. Like, that would. What? Like.
I mean, the only way
like
that could work is if your partner was literally floating above you.
Only if only what could work? Sorry, my son needed his 3DS charger cord.
Go ahead and read it again, Vanessa.
What?
Read it again. Ren missed it.
Oh, chill marbles in the fridge, then scatter them over the bed sheet. As you get it on, you'll feel the cool spheres press against your hot skin. It's a wicked massage.
That sounds like it could be good, but it sounds weird.
I think it would be painful.
Yeah, it would hurt me.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing when it's like when it's ice cubes. I know ice cubes can be a fun thing to play around with, but
oh yeah,
that's
I like ice cubes.
A different thing.
In the chat, pat.
Pat.
So here's what you do. You rip off all of the mattress, rip open the mattress and take out all the bed springs and then put in a bunch of nails on there. So when you lay back, you get a nice massage down on it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just reading some of these. What? In the middle of a BJ, remove your mouth and use 2 fingers to form a V shape. Then slide it up and down his penis.
And then what, his penis?
Slide it up and down, like this. I might go like
this.
Yeah.
And with the middle point between your 2 fingers. So you're basically doing this.
Snack.
And I guess that could feel okay. I just rather have the blowjob.
Right.
You can use hands during a blowjob, but you combine the 2 motions. You don't stop for one.
Yeah. These people don't know how to do things.
And I guess that could work if you did it just for the head, but doing it for the shaft itself, I don't know about other guys, but I don't get a whole lot of pleasure from girls just paying attention to the shaft.
What the fuck? Okay. Oh god. Pillow play? No, I was telling you to do things with pillows.
What is pillow play?
Oh, okay. It's just telling you to put pillows under certain spots for different angles. Well, I've put pillows under my ass before. That's pretty basic.
Yeah,
but that's not pillow play.
That's just, I have quote unquote actual not quote unquote. I have actual sex furniture that comes apart that involves pillows used for different positions. Mm-hmm. That's just to help with certain positions. That's not a
date to your house.
What you need to go is on Amazon and get yourself a Liberator. It looks identical to a lounger, but can be taken apart and used for different uses.
But I mean, that's not, like Ren's saying, that's not pillow play. For me, I think that pillow play is like you put a hole in the bottom of a pillow and let the man put his dick in there.
Oh my god. Hide it! Oh my god, what? Pretend you are your own lusty twin sister.
Okay, that's just bad. Because I've heard, like, I think it was Dee Snider's wife who made the comment that if you really want to keep your sex life active when you're married, you act like your husband's mistress in bed. And that's good advice. That's have fun, keep things new.
Yeah.
Act like lusty twin sister just sounds weird.
Pat said, or you can use those pillows like Anna Storelli did. Is that
oh god.
From wait.
The one who screamed in the restaurant? No, did you?
Who screamed at the restaurant?
The crazy lady who got mad that someone made out with their, or not even made out. A guy kissed his girlfriend on the forehead.
Yeah, it's funny.
And she wanted to call the cops that they were having sex.
Oh, and that she was a prostitute.
Yeah. And what Pat's referring to, and what Pat is referring to is that she does porn, or she did porn, and she did one where she was fucking herself on top of pillows, like she was having sex.
Yeah.
These ones are just kind of funny. It says, while riding him on top, reach behind you and cup his testicles in your palm, gently squeezing them in the same tempo as your thrusts. I know some guys would like that, but that sounds like it would look so funny.
That sounds like you could accidentally hurt the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the next one says, squeeze and release your pelvic floor muscles, the same ones you clench to hold in your pee over and over while he's rocking inside you. He'll think you'll never want to let him go. Do women not usually do that? Do you just sit there and like? Because I usually do that during sex, like all the time, like every time. Like, do you like? That's like one of the things that helps me orgasm. So like,
I don't know. That seems like sex 101.
Right.
That seems like almost involuntary for some women that they just naturally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's just natural for me. Like I'm just like trying to imagine a woman just laying there like, yeah, this is great, and then like,
you know what? Here's what I think has happened. Cosmo has been around for so long and has given out all their advice. By this point, we don't have any more advice to give out. We've given out everything. Okay, well, let's start with the basics and treat that like something special.
Yeah. That or there's so many women who just are flat and just lie there and let stuff happen that they have to be told, hey, this is normal to do some basic foreplay stuff.
Yeah, and there are a lot of girls out there. Usually the more hot a girl is, the more likely she's just going to lay there because she doesn't need to do work.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only really hot girls that don't do that, as far as I've been told, is modern Medusa and
Well, it's funny. Like they even have an entire like how-to thing about different kinds of lube. Who doesn't know about different kinds of lube?
Yeah, they're
oil-based, water-based, warming, tingling, and flavored.
By the way, never use tingling. Oh dear, tingling fucking burns.
Yeah. Well, dude, have you ever tried those fucking fire and ice condoms? Dude, I don't use condoms like currently, but when I did, that shit. Oh my god! I accidentally, for some reason, I put it in my mouth first, and that was a bad idea.
Yeah, don't with those. Me and Igor tried the warming lubricant that's supposed to it warms up the more you do stuff. And after a while, he and I were both like, oh, ow.
Yeah.
No, never again.
Icy hot.
Yeah. Like, never again. That just burns. How is this sexy?
Right. Okay. This part is really funny. I haven't read this part yet. It says sex Q&A. No BS responses to questions you can only ask Cosmo. What exactly is a golden shower? And do people really do that? And it has a little umbrella emoji and a surprise face. And it says, well, technically, or the technical term is urophilia. And yes, some people, we won't name names or recite headlines, actually do get turned on by urinating on others, being urinated on, or watching others urinate. It's pretty uncommon.
That was a 4chan joke.
No, I mean, it's a thing.
Well, no, it's referring to Donald Trump, and it was something that 4chan invented, and the media thought it was real.
Oh, Golden Shower Gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about that. I don't think they're referencing that.
No,
yes, they are.
They are.
Like this specifically?
Yeah, that's specifically.
Yeah, read it again. Read that part again.
I don't know. But it says it's pretty uncommon, but the urge can stem from a few things, such as a broader interest in BDSM or just a basic wish to try something new and taboo. Says the director of social psychology, blah, 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 blah.
Well, yeah, it's a control thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
90% of really weird kinks really are just a thing of you control someone down to controlling basic things of them using the restroom. It's just a BDSM thing.
Yeah.
Right.
That's pretty
The
much all.
golden shower specifically is which is also a control thing.
Yeah.
It basically just says, if you don't like it, be clear about your sexual boundaries, obviously.
Yeah.
And then on this other page, it has a picture of some little disco balls, and that little text says, "There's a party in his pants tonight, so RSVP, yas."
Lame.
Yeah. And this one just said, this question is, "I'm not sure what to do with my guy's jewels when I'm down there. Can I ignore them?"
You can.
Yeah.
Most guys
Yeah,
are
you
happy
can.
just getting the blowjob. You don't need to do everything else unless you want to.
I mean,
you can ignore my jewels if you want and just bypass them and go right for a finger in the ass.
oh my god. Well, what if I'm dragonkin and I want to eat your jewels? Okay. Let's see. Where can my girlfriend and I ethically make lesbian porn?
Ethically?
What?
Pornhub.
Yeah, I thought you said ethnically.
A lot of lesbian porn
Everyone else
isn't
does
with women in mind. Oh my god. Screen porn is clearly made for heterosexual men, says erotic film director Erica Lust. What you want to look for is lesbian adult cinema where the women actually like each other and you can feel their chemistry.
Who watches porn for plots?
Fucking
I
idiot.
enjoy plot in porn, honestly. But there's plenty of lesbian stuff out there. Hate each other and end up having sex. I mean, there's all kinds of porn out there. I will agree, though, that porn is designed for heterosexual men because, and wait for it, porn. If women, lots and lots of women started buying porn, they'd start making porn for them. Oh, wait, they do. It's called guy on guy.
It says, check out eroticfilms.com, a paid site chock full of female-directed content. Lust films included, the girl that spoke, in which the actors were treated with respect and paid fairly for their work.
Does this author not realize men in porn are often paid the least amount of money and the women get the most amount of money?
Well, see,
Oh
I
my
once
God.
had a conversation with Mercedes about this. And she says that women, when they're in the middle of filming, they need to stop. The whole set just basically stops. But if a man were to say it, no one would care. Of a lot of power within porn itself.
Mm-hmm.
So they are more than treated fairly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially if you're talking like kink porn too. If the woman says, "I don't want to do that," everything shuts down then and there.
I mean, she might get like a little shit for it in some situations, not all, but you know, if she doesn't want to do it, she doesn't have to.
Well, you know, there's that scene in the movie Orgasmo that I showed Modern Medusa a few weeks ago, and that woman's like, "Oh, okay, but I'm not doing ass licking today," and the director's like, "Doing it." You know, he just gave in to her. You know, and he wasn't happy about it. He's like, "You give them an inch, they take a mile," but that's probably very realistic.
Can I just say really quick, the other week I saw like a compilation of Mercedes licking guys' assholes. That was interesting.
Yeah.
And Were you turned on by this?
Andrew said he
Admit it.
I can't say I was, because I don't relate to licking assholes.
Well, apparently, Medusa and Ren will harden your scales.
Well, let me read the last sentence of this. This is talking about the lesbian website. There, you and your girl can get your feel-good click on with clear conscience. Or clear consciences. Sorry. There, you and your girl can get your feel-good click on with clear consciences.
Oh. Because it's a website for women, by women, can ever log on at all.
Yeah.
Okay, men of the internet, whatever website this was, go ahead and rewind back. Go to it and start spamming that you're a guy watching this porn.
Eroticfilms.com. This is funny though. Like, okay, you're already watching porn. Why would you have a guilty conscience?
Because there's a stupid narrative out there that women in porn are exploited.
True. Okay, and this next question is hilarious. It says, my guy awkwardly yells when he orgasms. Is that normal?
Yes, that's normal because you're biting his dick.
It depends on what you're doing. If it's particularly good, he might get loud.
Yeah. What's wrong with that? Yeah, okay. So, I mean, at first she responds normally. She says, there's no standard climax sound, Tarzan-like cry as a sign that he's enjoying the action. Obviously. But if his noise is distracting, you can certainly bring it up to him.
I hope they mean after.
Yeah. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You fucking God,
No,
you're so gross.
I wouldn't say anything in all honesty. Because you know what? I can go up to a woman and it's like, you know, I don't like going down on you because your pussy is very smelly. She'll get super pissed at me. So if I'm not allowed to say that, she's not allowed to comment on how I sound when I have an orgasm.
Well, like, I make a lot of weird noises too. So it's not like you can control all the noises you make. Andrew says, yeah, but your noises are hot. No, my roommate used to make fun of me because she would call it like the whale or something. Not like whale, like beached whale, like a whale. No, wow. No, but like a kind of like almost like a ghost whale, like like just stupid. But it's not my fault. All right. But it says, wait until you're having breakfast or driving in the car to say, it's so hot knowing you're turned on during sex, but sometimes when you orgasm, the sound you make can take me out of the moment. I don't know where he's doing it, and most guys don't mind a little feedback if it has a positive spin. True, but that is not the way to tell them. No.
Okay, so your suggestion is to wait until he's in the car behind the wheel driving and tell him you make too much noise when you have an orgasm. Yeah, he doesn't need to concentrate on the road or anything.
Yeah.
While you're having breakfast, but like still, like saying, like straight up saying, you know, like the sound you make can take me out of the moment. Why don't you just say, I don't know. I don't even know how you would bring that up without being rude, honestly. Like, okay, I was with a guy that had like an awkward orgasm face. I didn't say anything about it. I was like, okay. You know, it didn't like make me cringe or not enjoy having sex with him. It was just like, kind of funny. Like, sex can be funny, you know? Like, you do funny stuff during sex sometimes, and it doesn't always have to be a turnoff.
Yeah.
Here's how you solve this problem. Here's an actual suggestion. Instead of criticizing him for it, because we get pretty sensitive when it comes to sex, that's just all of us. Make suggestions like, hey, next time when you orgasm, can you whisper something in my ear, or can you
like say, like, just tell them you're coming. Like, that's really sexy to me. But you know, saying like straight up, you know, the noises you make distract me, then he's just gonna try to be quiet. Like, and then make like a little grunting noise or something.
Make suggestions of what they could do, as like, hey, let's try something different. How about you do this?
Yeah, a guy is much better. Will react much better to, hey, can you just talk dirty when you're coming? That would really get me hot, because
like,
then they go,
it would really turn me on if you did this. Exactly. Yeah. Say it would turn me on if you did this. Now it turns me off when you do that. That's just negative. You know, like she's saying, present it positively, but then she presents it negatively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This part is really funny though. It says, bonus, talking about sex in an open, constructive way can make your between the sheets bond so strong, you might even want to scream out loud next time too.
So you can scream,
but it's okay when the girl does it. Is that when the guy does it?
Yes.
Who doesn't scream while they're having sex? I don't understand. Also, sex position.
Sorry, I should not say that about Mormon. I meant the Amish. Amish don't scream during sex.
Sex position of the month. Really basic ass motherfucking shit. Literally sit on his dick. That's it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Said they've gone through all of the other sex positions in the 50 years Cosmo's been around. They have to start over.
Mm-hmm. All right, so those were like the main articles that I wanted to highlight from this one. Looks like we're almost at the 2 hour mark. So, or I mean, I guess we were like 10 minutes late, but whatever. I might revisit some of these if I find like some small things that I want to mention in another stream. But yeah. So like, what was the other one that I looked at? Was it Cosmopolitan or was it Vogue or something like that? That had Chloe Moretz on the front. I don't remember, but yeah, you can check out that stream too. It's I believe it's in my live stream playlist. But yeah, all of these like female directed magazines are starting to get really feminist. Probably because of how many feminists are going into like blogging and writing, because that's all they know how to do is shit talk about men and how, you know, being a woman is so hard.
Well, I actually do blame feminism, but for a different reason. These magazines are kind of pressured to write things according to the feminist narrative, because if they don't, then they're going to get feminists wanting to boycott them.
Yeah.
So they're not, you know, maybe once upon a time Cosmo was actually pretty good. I don't know. Now they have to cater. I mean, this is the problem that Marvel has right now, is that they're trying to cater to a demographic that will bitch every time they go outside of the lines of feminism.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Thrax said, apparently the chocolate rain guy Tay Zonday might be taking the red pill. Yeah. That's awesome. I love him. He followed me on Twitter a while ago. I was like, yeah.
You know, you said you make weird noises during sex. I think you make weird noises outside of sex.
I make weird noises all the time. Constantly. It doesn't stop. But yeah. So women don't buy these magazines. They have really basic fucking sex tips that you could literally think of yourself or read online.
Or if
And
you really need a book, there's a book called The Joys of Sex. It was written in the 60s. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure that would give you all the same advice.
better
Or
advice, probably.
if you don't want to read because of the culture we live in, watch a porno. I'm sure
Exactly.
you can get a lot of good sex positions in that one.
Mm-hmm. And just, I mean, like the besides the sex shit, it's really just a piece of shit magazine. Like, sorry, Cosmo. Don't mean to like ruin a sponsorship opportunity or anything. No, that would be hilarious. But I mean, this
They should release
like,
a brand of toilet paper called Cosmopolitan.
Do you mean just buy the magazine and use the magazine as toilet paper?
yes, perfect. Oh my god. But I mean, well, Ariana Grande, like I know why she's in it because she's a celebrity and a hot chick, I guess. But like all of these women's magazines, they're just getting so gay. Like I feel like I used to read some of these and it wasn't as bad with like the patriarchy and bullshit like that, and now it's just soiled it. Ugh.
Yeah.
And basically, like, only magazines I might look at are Game Informer and some tattoo magazines. But yeah, fuck mainstream fashion stupid ass magazines, or maybe a cooking magazine. That sounds good.
Food Network has a good magazine. Food Network's magazine's good. So is Taste of Home.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna make food like right after.
It's a little beer home.
But did you guys want to say anything before we go?
I think we covered. Shill is. I have my channel Reading Ren. We have random Shitlord streams, Shitlords Anonymous on Saturdays, and I put out videos. Yeah, I put out videos once or twice a week.
Yes, I need to do that. I'm working on it. Okay, I have a lot of commissions. I'm sorry. Matt, is there anything you want to put out there?
Well, go visit my channel and the show. And, buy my book.
Mm-hmm.
See how many of you get that reference.
Wait, reference?
Yeah, that's a reference to something. It was before your time. Don't worry about it.
Tell me. I want to know.
If I tell you, then no one will have to guess.
Damn it. All right. Okay, so yeah, all his links are down there. I'll try to remember to put Ren's channel in there too. And all my shit is in the description as well. Follow me on Twitter at Vanessa W Cheese. And
can I make a suggestion?
What?
Can you put Ren's contact information below mine so it's Modern Medusa, Mad Cat, Ren? So I could be a Mad Cat in a Modern Medusa Ren sandwich?
Sure. Why not? But so yeah, follow me there. I'm on basically everything. Like, I mean, I have Facebook pages for my art and for Modern Medusa, and then I have mine, Snapchat, Instagram, DeviantArt. Fucking, I don't know. That's not down there, but if you want it, let me know. Patreon, all that good stuff. I have rewards on my Patreon, so yeah, check that out. And then if you want to get me stuff to wear on live streams, like this knockoff slave Leia outfit, just go to my Amazon registry, and there's lots of different stuff on there. So yeah, thanks everyone for coming out. And
So if I
joining
buy
us.
you a spoon, will you only wear a spoon on the live stream?
I don't know if a spoon counts as like clothing. Maybe like a spoon cosplay. No, but I mean, if you buy me something that is like not appropriate to wear like on a live stream, I'll just post pictures or send pictures to the person who buys me them. So yeah. But yeah, do that shit. And yeah. Join us tomorrow at 6 p.m. On my channel still, because Mad Cat is still suspended from doing live streams. But yeah, we'll be on there talking about stuff. Are we talking about that one lady that was on
Facebook?
that wrote all those weird articles? Or wait, what are you talking about?
We're going to be talking to Rachel tomorrow, and she did a social experiment where she asked men and women to post pictures.
Yes, that. We're gonna do that. And then yeah, tomorrow 6 p.m. join us, and there will be snakes and wonderful things. I would wear my other item that I got in the mail, but it came in a 3XL on accident. So I'm gonna have to return that. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Boobs and Dicks Smash the Matriarchy tomorrow. Subscribe to Mad Cat, because once that thing is over, we'll resume it on his channel on Thursdays, and this show's usually on Tuesdays, so that'll be next Tuesday. And I don't know what we're gonna be talking about, but it'll be fun. So yeah.
And
All
we're
right.
also starting to upload things on minds.com and on VidMe. So look for our videos on there.
I haven't done that yet, but I'll try. Oh, all right. Thank you, everyone. And I will see you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.